Good morning and happy Valentine's Day, whatever that means for you. Anyway, I'm talking about how to find your perfect match today, and not around dating, but more around the love at first sight mentality when it comes to diets. Almost like, I'm going to choose this one, I'll choose this one, and this one will have to work for me now. And morning, Joss, if you can relate to that, if you've ever gone into a diet, into something and gone, right, this must work for me, put a little smiley face or a thumb in the comments, or just let me know in the comments, because I'm always interested to see our mindset when it comes to a diet. And the thing is, people often ask, what type of diet do you do? And the thing I always say is there's no one diet. They're all tactics to apply a principle of, if it's fat loss, calorie deficit; if it's fitness, health, calorie deficit can come into it. But also then you've got to look at things like muscle strengthening, nutrition around recovery, making sure you're getting the right nutrients in to recover from the exercise, of course, in terms of aches, pains, in terms of preserving, gaining muscle whilst losing fat, or not losing fat, but actually just gaining, preserving muscle, because we know this is preventative against aging, essentially, osteoporosis, arthritis, bone health, diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular disease. And we know it also helps our recovery from them if we have them. If we ever have bed rest, hip operations, knee operations, we're then prehab ready, so that when we have to go in and we maybe have to have some bed rest, we've got more muscle to lose, which is so important in today's world where we live longer. Anyway, not to mention our immune system in this current climate. So, my point here is, we go into it thinking that it has to be one way. Like, if this way doesn't work, then it hasn't worked. And that's where it can be quite misleading. And it's a bit like, that's what I said about the love at first sight, because it's almost like you have to be, you're matched and then you're with them forever. When it comes to diet, exercise, I would say take one day at a time. It's totally different from any other thing. Because today, you might not feel like you can do that much, or as much as you think you should be doing, or as much as this is an issue now, comparison, as much as you think you should do based on what other people are doing. So if someone else is doing like a workout every day, and you're like, I can't do a workout every day, I just don't feel I can. That's okay. Right now, you need to focus on what you can do today. Today is day one. Focus on that, get it done, give your all today, commit to what you're going to do, like we are in the free 5-day kickstart, link in the comments. One workout that's really short, 10 minutes, can you commit to 10 minutes? And even if you can't do it all, something is always better than nothing. But what if we could learn a lot from these kind of dating sites, if you like, about how they match people? They match people based on their preferences, based on what they can, what they do, what they like. And what if we just did this a bit more with nutrition and exercise? And it's a bit like yesterday, we ran our Valentine's Day spa session, where we had low and high intensity workouts on at the same time. And it was the same workout, but you could follow, like, for example, me doing a lower intensity version, either seated, standing, or using the chair, or you could follow the higher intensity version. There was Chloe doing maybe on the floor. Then we had upper body, when there was Julie doing lower intensity, then there was Jessie doing higher intensity. And you could mix and match. And there were some great comments that we had from some ladies saying, yeah, I mostly did the low, and then I switched to the high when I needed to, or I did the high mostly, and I switched to the low on some of them if I was starting to need a bit more recovery. And you could personalize it for you. It was a bit like having a fling. Yeah. But my point here is, you can personalize it for you. And what you do today, you don't have to do forever. So even if you feel like, oh, what's 3 minutes going to do? Yeah, 3 minutes might not do much today, but tomorrow you might be more motivated to do more. The next day, after doing 3 minutes for like a week, that's 21 minutes, by the way. Quick maths, 7 threes. You've still done 21 minutes. You might then go, you know what, I could probably do 5 minutes now. All of a sudden, it's starting to build up, 35 minutes a week. Quick maths. Then all of a sudden we're doing 10. Oh, thank God for that, I've got an easy one. That's 70 minutes. It's starting to add up. So it might not be the significance of the small habit, but it's the significance of the compound effect. And unfortunately, we sometimes overlook that because there's no instant gratification, or we're comparing ourselves to what we used to do when we were 30, 20. or what we even did before lockdown, which is different to where you are now. Remember, that's living in the past, and then, or we can live in the future. When things are normal again, I'll take my health seriously, which is quite a scary thing to say when you consider how precious our health is. Like the saying goes, he, she who has their health has 1,000 dreams and wishes. He, she who doesn't has just one. Something that I read a lot of the time and see a lot of the time. Remind myself, right, self-care, self-care, self-care. Am I getting to bed on time? Am I nourishing my body with good nutrition? Because I can't expect to be firing on all cylinders if I'm putting stuff in my mouth which makes me feel rubbish. I can't expect to feel good and energetic, which is then linked to anxiousness, stress, worry. Because ultimately, for me, it's low energy which will lead to that. When I haven't protected my energy, or I've not created energy. Protect my energy, self-care, making sure I get to bed on time, creating energy, working out, moving, doing stuff I enjoy. Almost have a preserve your energy, create energy list. What can I do to create energy today? And that's what it's about. If you control your energy, everything else is easier. You tend to have more motivation to do the things that you know you need to do when you have more energy. How do you get more energy is often the question. We have to create it. And it's sometimes the last thing you want to do, and sometimes we might say things like, well, I don't feel like doing it. And that's a great thing that that voice in our head will tell us. And sometimes, generally just be kind to yourself and don't do it if you don't feel like doing it. But one thing I always say is do the 3-minute test. Exercise for 3 minutes, walk for 3 minutes, squat for 3 minutes. That'd be quite tough. March on the spot for 3 minutes. Do some punching for 3 minutes. If after 3 minutes you still don't feel like doing it, or it hasn't changed you at all, give yourself permission to stop. At worst, you've done 3 minutes more than you would have done. That's not bad. At best, you might carry on for a minute. You might do it again later on in the day when the kettle's boiling. All of a sudden, you've done 6 minutes a day. Wow, I feel that sense of achievement. Wow, that's done wonders for my confidence. I can do this. We're starting to turn the tables. That voice in our head that goes, what's the point? Suddenly, you're going, well, there is a point. I've just done 6 minutes. Over the week, this is going to be a testing one, 7 sixes, 42. That wasn't too bad, was it? 42 minutes. 42 minutes a week, that's not too bad, right? If I told you to do a 42-minute workout now, you might go, oh, no. Small habits, compound effect. And this is what we're going to be doing this week in the free 5-day kickstart. If you're in on that, link in the comments. I'll put a link in the comments that you can sign up with, register with. We start from tomorrow. I'll be introducing tonight at 7:30 p.m. live in the private group, introducing how the week's going to go, answering any questions that you have from there. So, have a lovely day. Any questions, as always, let me know. Link in the comments. If you're already in, drop a smiley face in the comments and let me know. And I'll see you there. Speak soon.